Good morning, students. In today's session, we are continuing with Chapter 1 Communication Skill, Part B of Typography. Now, the topic is common mistakes and confusing words in English. Either this topic is related to the English grammatical part, but it is the part of your this chapter also, so we need to cover it. Like, first one difference is every day, every day. Every day means here every is a determinator and day is a noun. When you say every day, you means each day without exception. Each day without exception. For example, you have been late for school every day this week. Every day is an objective. When you say every day, you will mean to say ordinary. For example, my culture pages offers an insight into the everyday life of Britain. It means every day. It is a combination of two words. It means per day, daily basis. While every day, it means in routine life. So when you say everyday, you mean ordinary. It's general. And next is get dressed or dressed up. To get dressed is a phrasal verb. It means to put on clothes. For example, I get dressed after I have had a shower. To dress up is a phrasal verb. It can mean to put on a costume or to put on your best clothes. For example, I dressed up as a jumble for Halloween. It means get dressed up and get dressed, both are different things. Next part is discrete and discrete. Discrete is an objective in which double E we are using. It means to be careful or modest, not to cause embarrassment or attract too much attention. For example, to work for the royal family, you have to be very discreet. And while in case of discrete, discrete is an adjective. It means something is distinct and separate or has a clear independent shape. For example, she painted using strong colors, discrete shape and thematic pattern. It means both are different. Discrete means to say independent and discrete is much too much attention. And next is quiet and quiet. Quiet is an adjective used to describe something or someone that make very little noise. While quiet is an adverb used to describe when something is a little or a lot but not completely. For example, during the exam classroom was very quiet. It means it is for noise. And other one quiet, it was quite quiet as work today. Next is stuff and thing. Stuff is a noun. Stuff can be used to describe any article, material or even activity. For example, he is so messy, he has left all his stuff lying around. While things, thing can be used to refer to anything you don't want to or you can't give a specific name. Like for example, where is that wooden thing I was using? It means it is not a particular thing, anything, general thing it is. Specific thing is not given in case of thing. Next is wander and wonder. Wander means travel alternately. For example, I often wander through the wood, it helped me think. Wonder means to consider or question some issue. For example, People often wonder whether I really run this website alone. It means in a stress. And wonder second mean the feeling aroused by something strange and surprising. For example, the pyramids are a wonder to behold. Now communication style. Next part is communication style is a combination of four type of styles: aggressive, passive aggressive, and assertive. We will do it with examples. Every people has a unique communication style, a way in which they interact with each other or exchange the information with each other. There are four basic styles. First one is passive, second is aggressive, third is passive aggressive, and fourth one is assertive. Now let's start with passive. Passive, when individual who use the passive communication style often act indifferently, yielding to the other. Passive communicator usually fail to express their feeling or needs, allowing other to express themselves. Passive communicator often display a lack of eye contact, poor body posture. For example, it really doesn't matter that much. I just want to keep the peace. These are the communication style of passive type. Next is aggressive, when someone is in louder speaking mode. Aggressive communication style is emphasizing by speaking in a loud and demanding voice, maintaining intense eye contact, and dominating or controlling others by blaming, intimating, criticizing, threatening, or attacking, among the other traits. Aggressive communicator often issue command, ask questions rudely, and don't give chance for other to speak and fail to listen to others. Example is also there. For example, I am right and you are wrong. I'll get my way no matter what. It is all your fault. Just listen to me. These all are the statements that can be performed in an aggressive manner. Next is passive aggressive. It's a combination of both. Passive aggressive communication style uses appear passive on the surface, but within he or she may feel powerless or stuck, building up a resentment that leads to seething or acting out in a subtle, indirect, or secret way. Most passive aggressive communicator will mutter to themselves rather than confront a person or issue. Passive aggressive communicator are most likely to communicate with their body language. It means by their face expressions, by their hand, by their finger, by their eye contact. Ultimately, passive aggressive communicators are aware of their need but at times struggle to voice them. Example of these are, that's fine with me, but don't be surprised if someone else get mad. Sure, we can do things your way. This type of style is known as passive aggressive. Next is assertive. Assertive communicator can express their desires, ideas, feelings while also considering the need of others. Assertive communicator aims for both sides to win a situation. Example, we are equally entitled to express ourselves respectfully to one another. I realize I have choices in my life and I considered my options. I respect the rights of others. These all are the statement of assertive. Next part is, there is some activity part student can perform in a classroom also, like having fun reflection on our own communication style and consider which one is most effective in bringing our issue forward. Like how select a neighborhood problem, like garbage cleanup, and practice a short role play to demonstrate three communication style. The player might be two facilitator and a participant. The aggressive and passive people play the role to an extreme so that it is so obvious that it's funny, and the behavior start to change when the proactive person demonstrate a more constructive approach. And what will the dressing sense? Aggressive person wears a very large yellow star. Passive wears a very small yellow star. And in a proactive wears a large yellow star. And they can perform as a fun. And they can perform this activity for 2 to 3 minutes. Next part is large group reflection. When a group of people is there, in that case you can ask what happened, what were the different ways of addressing the situation, and keep the conversation focused on communication style, not the issue. These are some activities that can be performed in the classroom also. And worksheet is also given. Students need to solve the worksheet as per their answers, as per their views, and the options are like P presents passive, AG presents aggressive, P/A presents passive aggressive, and AS presents assertive. And put the tick on one or two choices. Like statement is given here, my friend would call me, what will you do? You will shy, loud, sarcastic, or confident. Tick on one or two options. So you need to do your own behalf the full exercise part of worksheet, and give me the answer sheet of his worksheet in my WhatsApp number. And next part is, this is also an activity. Select the assertive communication method from the choices and see if you can identify the other method of communication as you read through the choices. Like in a class, I am too afraid to raise my hand even though I know the answer. So I shout answer because I always know them and no one else ever does. You can do as per your choice. This is also exercise part. You need to do your own behalf. Next part is, what is writing? Writing is a form of communication that allows students to put their feelings, ideas, paper, to organize their knowledge and benefits or belief in a convincing argument and convey meaning through well-structured text. And it is most advanced form. Written expressions can be as vivid as work of arts. In that, we can firstly conclude the sentence. The main focus here is to improve basic sentence composition skill. And one can review the type of sentence. Sentence could be of three types: simple statement, compound, and complex statement. Simple sentence. A simple sentence is one independent clause that has a subject, a verb, and an expression and a complete thought. Notice there are some important statements of simple statement, like must have a subject and a verb, must express a complete thought, must have only one clause. Example is there: I am out of paper for printer. Will you help me with the math homework? This is simple statement. Next is compound. A compound statement allows us to share a lot of information by combining two or more related thoughts in a one sentence. Or it is to combine two statements. Like examples are also given. Like I drove to the office and then I walked to the cabin, and is used as a combination of two statements and can be used in between of that statement. In that case, independent clause is green color, purple color is your second clause, and third is conjunction, that are orange. Next is complex sentence. Complex sentence is a statement or sentence that combine one independent clause with at least one dependent clause. Like although Rohan had some doubts, he found the course very useful. This type of statement are the part of complex statement. So in this session we have covered types of sentence, some confusing words, or some part we have done with the exercise part. So students need to submit their worksheet as per your choices in a PDF format to my personal WhatsApp number. Thank you. Have a nice day.